Hello everyone, this is Mainak from Civil Center and we are going to totally make a new building project, the complete building project in Tekla Structural Designer from 1 to A to Z. And we have building plan here. This is the ground floor, 1600 square feet, north facing, and 3 BHK planning. And here also we have the 3 BHK planning on the first floor as well. So we're going to just do the simple, very simply we're going to just do the all the things, and we're going to check here. So let's get started here. So first of all, I'll just want to place them all in the single layer, and because I want to do the column positioning, and we'll do the entire building project in the Tekla Structural Designer from A to Z, starting from all the design till the foundation part of all the loads. So watch the video till the end. So we have done this in the zero layer, and I want to do this in the bi-layer properties, and I have to select a furniture layout block and right click, and then select similar. If we have the select similar option here, and select this, and as far as I can, we can select this and select right click and select similar, and then delete the text also. We don't need the text, this hatchings and all, we can delete this. So you can delete the architectural components. Make sure you keep a copy of this for all the particular things which you want later, so you can keep a copy of those things and delete this. So I'm showing the entire steps so that you can have an idea about how to work on a live project. So I'm just deleting the things which we don't need at the moment. Right click and then select similar, and then delete, and then also have this particular select similar. No, I cannot do select similar here because these are lines. So click on delete. Also this and these small things we'll just delete. So we'll, in the next video, I think I can make for the same video, same building on the Stat Pro as well. That will give you an idea about the perspective. So these steps you can compare the results of both the software in this way. So I think that will be, many people have requested that, so we can that can be a good option for all the things here. Okay, let's see if we can get something with select similar. Yeah, got most of them, and here also this is, so all the furniture components I have deleted. We want as less as possible, because we are going to import in the Tekla, so we want as less things as possible, so that we can have really if this is group, then I think it will be select similar. So right click and then select similar, and then delete. So it's better now. Most of the things have been deleted, but there are some things. Let's see. No, you can delete this, and we delete this and this also. I think the remaining will keep. So yeah, these things will just keep it for now, because they will, but when you work also, the lesser things you have for these. Even if you have deselect anything, just click on shift and then deselect. Select that, will be deselected. So it's pretty much easy for that part. And in this staircase part, what you want to do, we want to just put a part of the cross, and because in the staircase part in this level there will be no slab, so just for denoting that, we want to give a cross like something like this. You can give a symbol for denoting. Okay, here is the staircase, will not apply any slab in this portion, so we're just showing that. I think we can extend this. Extend this like this, and then these other small windows and all. Let's see if this is kind to select similar. No, cannot do this. Okay, we'll keep this. That's not troubling us, this portion, so we'll keep this, so no worries. So now we'll just do the column positions, and we'll overlap and check also for both the floors. So let's do the column positions for this particular level, and then just check. So again, once again, we'll just, before starting, we'll just do here and do all this as a 0 layer, and just for checking that everything is in the 0 layer or not, select this and move enter a little bit closer to just to give it a visual representation. So now we'll maybe we'll have a separate layer of the column. So any unnecessary layers you can delete, but now I will not waste time on that. Just go to layer properties, and I can have a new layer, and this is the new layer option, not this one, and you can just type here COL. I want to give a red color here for the columns. Okay, and then close this. So this is in this particular arrangement, we have a 10-inch wall in this side, in our this wall, and we have a 5-inch wall, the inner wall. So you can check here also, it's 10-inch wall and the 5-inch wall. So this is the 5-inch wall, and this is the like the 10-inch wall. No, this one, the outer wall is a 10-inch wall. So we'll apply the column sizes very carefully. So we'll just apply the column size of 10 inch to 10 inch first, and if there is not passing, then we'll do otherwise 10 inch, and after that we want to do it in the layer of our columns, or later also you can do. Just HA enter, and select this region and solid by layer. Okay, this is okay, and just select this and do this in the layer of column. So this is the layer which you want, and we'll just place the first column in our plan in like this. So now right now we haven't decided the size of the column. The size can be decided after the design. So we'll decide the sizes after the design only. So here, if you want, you can just go here solid, here this solid, and this by layer, so it's okay. So here we'll just see the other. We have already seen the distances, so we'll not discuss much about the distances here. So one column we can give here in this particular portion, and another column we can give here, and after that let's give the same along this end. The door position can be shifted a little bit based on our column positions, so that shouldn't be a problem. And we'll just copy this, so just take the proper way, position or point to copy, that would be better. So just select the copy option and take this point as the base point, and now it should be good. So this is the beams, they will go like this, and after that we'll just do the next row here. So select this, if there's any additional thing is selected, you can deselect it like this, pressing shift, select this, and after that click on copy, and then just do it like this, and next we'll do it like this. So this particular column we'll move it here, because these are the portico in this portion, and this particular column just copy another column here. So this is our column arrangement which we are having here. So I can delete this now, and I can select one column and go and right click and then select similar. So that's why I had no, I don't select the column here, and I hope this column is in the column center line column layer. Select similar. So the columns are selected now. Now we can copy and put it here. So this is the ground floor plan, this is the first floor plan, and the columns, as you can see, are exactly overlapping. We have some differences in the beam positions. I think you can make a separate import, or you can just decide the beam position. So it's up to you. All the overlapping positions you can decide, or you can just import a separate center line as well. So it's up to you. There is no problem in having that. So what we'll do, we'll just make the center line of this particular both the ground floor and the first floor. So this can be done very easily. You just see here, and if any problem arises, we can do it both in the same model, so there is no problem. So this is the ground floor plan. So we'll just have here a separate layer first. Go to layer properties and give a separate layer here, and this time we'll do this as center line. I prefer blue for the center line because in Tekla the blue shows better than black, and I want this default continuous lines. I don't want dotted lines now, because it will be only for the import in Tekla. So I'll just make a normal line like this and select this, and at the center I have taken just take up to this much, and give this and take this line and keep it in the layer of the center line. And once you've done, I think we can copy this from here to here to here, and in this simultaneously in this plan also same here, here, and here. So this is the thing. Now just take the line and take it from here up to here, this, and then to this center line and copy. Then just copy it here, and after that copy, this to this one. By this we can see the differences, any differences we having. Main beams are the same anyway, and the secondary beams we can give all the differences we can make, and we can design for the secondary beams as well. But right now, because we need to end this video soon, we'll only go for the primary beams, and we'll just make the model. We'll only go for the main beams. The other beams also you can give, but this in the design it won't make much of a difference. So we'll only go for the main beams right now, just for completing the model. So I'll just I think in another video I can show the secondary beams as well. So for now I'll just save this as a different file, so that I can be able to save for you later. So this 64 I'll do as option 1, and again I'll just save this again, save as option 2. So I'll work on option 2 here, and I'll just delete one of them, and after that this is my file which is ready, and I'll just draw the main beams in the Tekla. So for that you'll just need to save the model first, and before importing, you just check whether all the center lines are in the same layer and all the different things are in the same layer or not. So another thing you can to check, just select the entire model, make them in 0 layer, okay, and then take this center line and take this center line and put them to CL layer. So this ensures that our entire model is in the same layer. So once you've done that, Ctrl+S, save it, and then do this option of DXF out. The file is in feet and inches, mind you, so just here we'll just save it as DXF file. So CL, I'll just name as my favorite terms for the centerline diagram in Tekla. Just name it CL, and you can see the unit here. The unit is in inches, feet and inches, so it is architectural, and the unit is in inches. So we have to take care now that in the Tekla Structural Designer. So I've opened the Tekla Structural Designer, and if you want to open in any country code, you can do it. Just change this from India to any other country which you want. If you want to import any other country like which you have here, you can import them. I have taken India. And another thing you need to change, you go to model and go to the codes and change the codes. You can take any code, BS code, Euro code, you can take any code, and as per that code you can design. So I have taken this basic structure, and this is the 3D view, this is the plinth level which we are taking here. So I'm going to the model part, construction levels, and I'm going to create some levels here. So let's give a foundation of isolated footing at minus 1.2 meters. This be the foundation level, let this be the plinth level, and we'll go and take a floor above this. So normally you do this SSL, that is structural slab level, and spacing, let's give this as 3.2 meter, 10 feet 6 inch, and slab thickness of 100 mm. Let's give, and after that this is my G, and let's give this another floor G plus 1. So G plus 1 is given, click on OK. So G plus 1 building levels are ready. You can see it from here. In this you can find it. I'll just extend it maybe little bit. So in this you can see this is the this is the foundation level, plinth level, ground floor slab, and first floor slab. So these are very easy. So I'll go to the plinth level here to make all the import and see all the things. So go to import DXF, and you should know the the file path which you are going to make. So I already know that, so I'll just open that particular file from here, and after open that file, now it will be tested. So before that, it is DWG check the DXF file is not open, otherwise it will not work. And center line is selected, and the unit is feet, not feet, it is inches. And the particular will import the actual grids first as a center line, and then click on next, and then by layer, and in all the layers will import the center line. Click on finish. So it was automatically calculated and converted in meters. As you can see here, you can see there is a measure option, and you can check here automatically. You can see it. So again, we'll just import the shadow just for having a reference of the beam. Same DXF file we import, but this time we don't need the center line, and we'll do it as the shadow. Unit will be inches once again, and click on finish, and then zoom in. So again, you can see the center line has been imported. So now we'll give the columns. So here we're giving all the loads in the Indian code in all the metric units. So we'll just if you want to give 10 inch into 10 inch column, so we'll just have to convert 10 inch into the particular suitable size in mm. So 10 inch goes to 25.4 1 inch goes 25.4 mm, so 10 inch will be 254 mm. So like this we can change later. Let's give 254 mm right now. So first of all, here we'll go to our option of model, and then columns, and then we'll take a suitable size of column here. So this column size we'll take. So let's take here a size of here. We'll take a size of 254 into 254, 10 inch to 10 inch column, and they click on OK, and M20 concrete, and automatic alignment will turn it off, and this will be type 2, and you can also define the by default I've set it to FE500, so that shouldn't be any problem. So once you've done that, just click on save. I'll do this one, and C 254, or just I'll do for C going to 10 inch into 10 inch, or 254 into 254, like just do that. So I've done the first thing, and I'll just apply this particular column after selecting this from here, and apply the columns here simply by clicking. Now look at this, already we know the position of the column, so that makes our work very easy. That's the advantage of importing the grid lines and the shadow. So it really helps our work in practical works where you have, especially in residential building where you have columns at different locations based on your architectural requirements. You have to consider that as well. So columns are ready. Now you can go to structure 3D, right click on your mouse, and you can rotate this. After right clicking on your mouse, you can rotate the model and see the columns which you can observe here. So after that, you can go to the level of the beams here. This is our plinth level. If you remember, in the plinth level we'll select the beam size, and we'll take a new size. For now, let's give this 254, that is 10 inches into we'll give here 12 inches. So 12 inches, if you see 12 into 25.4, if you do it, it will be 304.8. so you'll do this 304.8 because I want to export the drawing in inch, so that's why I'm doing this. But you can, if you're using in mm, you can do regular 215 to 300. So like this you can do, no worries about that. Don't be confused about the size, seeing my size. So just click on OK, and this other things you can just save this. So I'll do this B 10 inches into 12 inches. So you don't be confused with my name. You can write B 215 to 300. So like this, if you're using, I can write, but I want to export the drawing in inches. So that's why I'm using this, but you can use normal ones also. So I just showing you on the request of one viewer. I'm just showing you. So now we'll just join all the main the primary beams which we want. So you can join that, and if you want, you can simply just go here like this, and you can select, before I just press Ctrl plus Z, you can select this particular beam, and then you can do. So that will be better. Just to join this like this, and we'll join it like this. This one will like this. So it's pretty simple. The main motto of any software is that it should save our time, because that's why the software is for. Otherwise we can do any structural design by manual calculation, but it takes some time. There is my basic structure, which is this portion is staircase, and these are the other rooms, and not exactly the things, but we have provided the main beams. Secondary beams we can provide later, and this is the structure for it. So we'll just go here and go to construction levels, and just select this. In the one, we'll select this as base, means we want to copy this to the next level. So this is copy to the next level, and we'll just go to construction levels and make them back as unique, because I don't want to make any changes to this floor to affect this. So I'll make this back as unique, and in the next floor I'll just copy this, but after providing our slab here. So I'll go to this structure 1, and I'll provide our slab. So all are the 2S slabs here. So just provide the slabs of 100 mm thickness. This one is the staircase portion, so we'll not need it here. Go to structure 3D. Here you'll go to your we'll go to the model construction levels, and then in the topmost floor we'll just do this as 1, and then click on OK. So once this model is done, we'll just click on this source as unique, and after that you can check again whether everything is unique or not, because now we'll apply the loads. So once the model is done, click on validate to check whether there is any error or not. Especially if you have any member intersection or member collision error, you should check and correct it. So we have a lot of videos on that. You can check out that if you ever have this particular error, or you can text me in the YouTube comments. So now we'll just go here to base, and now we'll apply the loads. So we have made a video on the load calculation of the wall. You can just if you don't find it, you can give me in the comment section. I'll just send you the link how to calculate the load of the walls based on the masonry material and the height. So now we'll take 10 kN per meter for the outer wall, and 11 kN per meter for the inner wall. So we'll go to load here, and we'll just take this dead load, and after taking the dead load, we'll just take the full UDL, and in the full UDL we'll take here 10, and all the outer walls in here we'll just apply it, and just applying it like this along the outer walls. So this is the garage portion. Here also we'll apply, and this portion, and this in this portion, portico portion, there will be the load will not be there. So I can go to 3D and delete, because this is my parking portion. If you can see the plan, I'll just take the plan here. There is no wall in this portion, so we'll just delete the wall load here and in here. So you'll have to see apply the load on seeing the plan. So it's easily pretty easily deleted. So as you can see, the process is very easy. In this portion also you don't have any wall. So like this you can give very pretty simple all the things. These are the things. If you want, you can avoid this column also, because this is there very close. So I've given it anyway. Let's continue. So you can just go to the structure 3D and turn on the dead load here, from here also you can see the loads, so you can check whether the loads have been properly applied or not. Go to structure 1 or structure base and we'll apply the internal wall load. Go to this 2D option again and take the full UDL and take the 5 kilonewton load and just apply the 5 kilonewton load here very properly. And in this portion I think we'll apply the 10 kilonewton because this is a staircase. Along the staircase in along all the portions we'll apply the 10 kilonewton load. That is the load of the particular outer wall, sorry, it can be different. So all the outer wall load we applied on the staircase. Now let's go for the next portion very far quickly, because don't want the video to be repetitive, because if you practice the entire video step by step you will be able to do it. So 11 for the outer ones, do it very quickly, as quickly I can do, so that I can be able to complete the design for you in a suitable time. Don't want the video to extend a lot. And if you are watching this video and if you want to support our channel, I'm applying 5 kilonewton for the inner walls. Support our channel and support our team's research. You can subscribe to our channel and also share it with your friends. So now that will help us a lot actually. So let's do here live load, and live load will just do here level load, and level load of 2 kilonewton per meter square is for the residential buildings as per the IS 875 part 2 it's true. So we'll just give it here, and you have light the particular, as you can see, live load here like this, you have light, and we'll do this as none. So we'll go to the top floor and apply the load for the last floors which we are having here. So go into the topmost floor and we are applying this particular dead load here. So go here and apply the dead loads here, and let's take the full UDL here, and this 10 kilonewton here, and then just apply this particular loads in here. So this is the terrace portion, that's what I'm trying to say. This is the terrace portion. So in this there will be load of the parapet wall only, and the 10 kilonewton we can apply along the staircase because there will be headroom, and along the parapet wall portion, or there will be a wall along the boundary for the safety purpose. It is called the parapet wall along the terrace. So in that portion the load will be 2.5, because there is 1 meter wall of 10-inch thickness which is usually provided with the parapet wall. Some people provide glass also, glass railings and other design, but generally the load is not more than 2.5. So you can calculate that also, watch that video and calculate that. So parapet wall load has been applied. After that go and apply the imposed load using the same process. Just go here and take the live here and take the the level load, and take this 2 kilonewton per meter square load, and we can see here. So this is live and this is dead. We haven't applied the floor finish in the dead because this is very small and negligible amount, 0.5. You can apply up to 0.5, it is there, so you can apply that as well, but since this is a very negligible amount, I have not applied. And the self weight, you don't need to calculate the self weight, the software calculates automatically, so we don't need to worry about that. So I'll validate the model once again, and as per the seismic code of detailing IS 13920, up to 5-story buildings, if you have the zone 3, up to zone 3 we don't need the seismic design. So we'll not do seismic design here, and as per the 875 part 3, up to 10 meters height of the building, we also don't need the wind load, so we won't provide the wind load as well. So here now you'll just go to the load here and update the load combinations, and automatically just click on generate. It will update the load combinations for the your code of your country. Go to operating first and then click the combinations which you want to select. In the case of the Indian code, we have the working stress method and the limit state method. The limit state method is more economical and followed widely, so we are using it currently for the building design. Click on next and then click on finish and then click on OK, and then after that validate the model once again, and after validating go to your design and then design all static. So since the video is too long, I will keep the video up to this much for now. This is the procedure of applying all the loads and designing. Basically, if you want to check out the interpolation process only, you can watch out the playlist of the Tekla structural design. You can find that video of how to interpolate and decide the sizes of the beams and columns. And also, if you want to do the foundation design also, that is also very simple process. Just go to foundation, just click on this pad based foundation, and after that you'll just go to here and you'll just select the allowable bearing capacity and change this. And after that you can change the soil unit weight and simply just apply this foundation like this. As you can see, all the foundations have the same size. Just click on this design pad basis and the foundation will be designed with you. And in this software, you also have the option of generating the reports of material quantities, and this, if you just click on this member, you have this option of material listing, member reactions, all everything you can find out, and also you can generate some drawings. So regarding that also, you've made a lot of videos, you can watch that. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. That will help us a lot, and we'll come up with more videos for you on this complete building design using Tekla. Or for any specific topic, you can also comment below. So see you guys, have a nice day, bye.